On this episode of O'Fallon Matters, learn more about an organization that extends the spirit of charity to St. Charles County residents. See how O'Fallon's youth are getting prepared for a career in law enforcement, and learn a thing or two about model railroading. Next on O'Fallon Matters. Hello and welcome to this edition of O'Fallon Matters. The city of O'Fallon is preparing to harness a new source of energy, and this source has the potential to last a lifetime. Joe Myers here with more.
Representatives of Ameren, Missouri, with state and city of O'Fallon officials broke ground on what is to be the largest investor-owned solar energy center in the state.
We are going to open up what we consider as a new era for Ameren and our continuing drive to develop new, cleaner, reliable, and reasonably priced energy resources for our customers and our community.
Solar energy will become a larger part of Ameren, Missouri's energy mix by the end of 2014. The facility is expected to generate 5.7 megawatts per hour using 19,000 solar panels. That's enough energy to power 650 medium-sized homes. And the impact on O'Fallon's economy will be felt by its residents. It's estimated that the project will create 50 to 70 jobs.
As we move into the future, it is incumbent on all of us to be stewards of our environment and our community. Today, in partnership with Ameren, Missouri, we are doing just that. We are proud that Ameren, Missouri chose O'Fallon as the location for their first solar-powered renewable energy center, and we look forward to seeing solar energy to be a part of our energy future for many years to come.
The O'Fallon Renewable Energy Center is part of Ameren, Missouri's commitment to power the quality of life for their customers with cleaner energy from a diverse mix of sources.
This project is significant for its environmental impacts as well as its potential financial benefits. And it brings Missouri into the fold of states deploying utility-scale solar facilities. These are all things of which we can be proud.
The groundbreaking concluded with the placement of the first solar panel. Ameren's Renewable Energy Center is slated to be completed later on this year. Make sure you watch future episodes of O'Fallon Matters for an update on Ameren, Missouri's new Renewable Energy Center.
Next, we're taking you inside a world of miniature tracks and trains and giving you a railway tour of the St. Charles County Model Railroad Club. OFallonTV's Brett Figgis is here with their story.
For as long as locomotives have been roaring down the tracks, they've been inspiring generations of people, both young and old alike. And while working as a train conductor isn't a career path for most, model railroads have given enthusiasts a chance to connect with and explore their passion. In 1835, the first model train was created to promote passenger travel, and model railroading has captured the imagination of people ever since. Originally, model trains were an exclusive hobby for the well-to-do in Europe, before spreading to the United States in the 1880s, where it expanded to include people from all walks of life. In the 1950s, train toys were the #1 toy for boys, as pervasive in American culture as video games are today. And now, you can find over 500,000 model railroaders in the United States, and there are enthusiasts across the globe. It's a hobby that's counted Frank Sinatra, Walt Disney, and Tom Hanks among its members. But you don't have to travel very far to see just how exciting model railroads can be.
I just like trains. It's hard to describe that feeling to look at track. I like to look down the track and see the rails come together. I just like trains. I like to see the tracks. I like to see the trains move, blow the whistle, and all that kind of stuff.
Jay's passion for trains is shared by all of the members of the St. Charles Model Railroad Club, and they've brought that love for model railroading to the area for over 30 years now, starting back in 1982 when the club was first established. Each of the 35 current members of the club brings their unique talents to the extensive model scenes they've created.
Some of the guys do different things. Some of the guys are really good at laying track, some of the guys are good at putting down scenery, and some of the folks just like to run the trains.
I would say that my specialty is the electronics, the electricity part of it, the control and lights and sounds and that kind of thing.
I'm kind of a scenery buff, so I like the little details. You know, if you got a dog chasing a cat or however we put them down, typically don't pay that much attention whether my train runs or not.
And that's a big advantage of being in a club, because we bring all those talents together, those varied talents together, and put together an overall effect like we have here.
And that overall effect is stunning when visitors first see the St. Charles Model Railroad Club's sprawling diorama in Fort Zumwalt Park. Over 700 feet of track, simulating a train ride from O'Fallon to Bentonville, Arkansas, winds its way throughout the building. 12 distinct scenes flow seamlessly into each other as the model trains carry freight and passengers through heavy industrial areas, slices of 1970s Americana, and beautiful nature scenes. But more important than the trains is the camaraderie between club members with so many different hobbies. Photographers, electricians, engineers, painters have all come together in the design, the construction, and the endless tinkering in this tiny world.
As far as I'm concerned, model railroading is one of the most inclusive hobbies that you can get into. And you can put as much money or as little money into it as you want.
This is very hard for an individual to do, to put all this together themselves. They don't have the time, the money, or the talents or the inclinations. But you put it all together in a club situation and you get something really neat like what we have here.
The St. Charles Model Railroad Club enjoys showing off their display to visitors in Fort Zumwalt Park, and they also encourage hobbyists of all types to consider joining the club. Model railroading is a truly inclusive hobby, and if you want to feel the thrill of running a train through a scene you've helped build, this is the club for you. You can get more information on the club by visiting their website at stcharlesrailroadclub.com, and they can help you explore your passion for model railroading.
This local charity is the largest outreach center in St. Charles County, and they continue to provide vital services for the needy. Joe Myers here with their story.
St. Joachim and Ann Care Service was founded in 1981 by 5 volunteers with $500 in hand and a profound spirit of charity. And from that day on, they have followed a simple and powerful mission:
to serve those in crises and to prevent homelessness and hunger. We've met our mission one individual, one family at a time. The need continues to grow, primarily because the county continues to grow.
The Care Services programs are designed to stabilize and strengthen the family by reintegrating them into our community.
The Care Service assists those people who are low income in St. Charles, Lincoln, and Warren County who are at risk of becoming homeless or who are homeless. And we give people financial assistance for housing, assistance with utilities, rent, mortgage. We also have the food pantry.
Each of St. Joachim and Ann Care Services programs seek to serve families in the areas that are most needed. They recognize the individual needs of recipients and tailor programs to address those needs.
We do have 5 major programs. We have our housing program, our child and family development program, workforce, food pantry, and our adoptive family program. And we're also involved in disaster relief around the county.
The Child and Family Development Program strives to eradicate homelessness and hunger by ensuring that basic needs of children and their families are met, including a stable, safe, and sanitary place to call home.
Homelessness is expensive, and it's expensive for the community. So you don't want people walking around asking for money, begging on street corners, at the highway exits. So keeping people housed is a huge benefit to the community.
And they also provide employment referral and resource information a workforce coordination program that provides hands-on coaching and employment search counseling. Did you know that Saints Joachim and Ann operate the largest food pantry in the area? And it provides a weekly distribution to low-income families and individuals who don't have the means for adequate food or toiletries. The Housing Assistance Program has had a positive effect right here in O'Fallon. In fact, Saints Joachim and Ann Care Service teams up with O'Fallon's CDBG program to help families.
Those houses are competitive. We worked with this family, case managed them, kept them in housing using funds again from the city of O'Fallon with leverage funds, and they were able to move on to own their own home. This is a family who never thought they would own anything. So those are huge successes, and we take them where we can get them.
The Care Service relies on the help of volunteers for daily operation. Currently, 87% of their staff is all volunteer.
We love our volunteers. We have, on a weekly basis, over 100 volunteers that come and work in some capacity, whether it's to help with the intake of the clients, or there are administrative volunteers. And just in the pantry alone, we have about 60 volunteers currently.
Saints Joachim and Ann Care Service are always in need of monetary and volunteer support. So if you would like to donate your time or money, you can visit their website at www.jacares.org, or you can call them at 636-441-1302.
Most people don't like it when people say goodbye. We like it when people say goodbye because that means we've done our job.
It's time for a break. When we come back, we'll learn about our Volunteer Services Department's latest campaign. Later on, we'll catch up with the O'Fallon Police Explorers and find out about their passion for law enforcement. Stay with us for O'Fallon Matters.
Celebrate our nation's birthday with the metro area's best free concert lineup featuring nationally recognized artists and bands. Thursday, July 3rd is Country Music Night, and up-and-coming star J.T. Hodges kicks things off with his country pop rock music. Oklahoma family man Chris Cagle hits the main stage with his self-proclaimed version of redneck rock and roll that's been firing people up for over a decade. On Friday, July 4th, Bodines will amaze fans with their high-energy live performance. The rock show continues with the legendary band Survivor, and fans are sure to sing along with their classic smash hits. The anthemic riff-fueled music of Switchfoot has churned out several chart-topping songs. They have a deep motivation to connect with fans through their reflective music. Country music stars Chris Cagle and J.T. Hodges on July 3rd. Rockers Switchfoot, Survivor, and Bodines on July 4th. All free at O'Fallon, Missouri's Heritage and Freedom Fest.
Welcome back to O'Fallon Matters. The City of O'Fallon's Volunteer Services Department is on the hunt for a few good volunteers. Find out how you can give back to your community and have fun along the way.
The City of O'Fallon's Volunteer Services Department coordinates the volunteer efforts of citizens who are interested in helping our community grow. O'Fallon volunteers enhance city-sponsored activities, programs, and events by providing additional support, helping to ensure their success.
We think O'Fallon is a great place for people to come out and volunteer. When they come out here, they want that closeness of their neighbors and being part of a community, and volunteering actually helps them to accomplish that.
Volunteer O'Fallon makes sure that we line up the volunteer opportunity to match your passion and interest. So we don't want to just have somebody come out and do something just because. We want to make sure that it's meaningful, that it's fun.
Individual volunteer service benefits the entire community, and volunteering is for anyone who has an interest in community service.
If there's something that you feel passionate about, there's something that you want to do more, if you just want to change in scenery, or you just want to feel like you're doing something that matters, that's why I would say volunteer, because there's something for everyone to do.
O'Fallon's Volunteer Services Department is launching a new and innovative volunteer campaign called Volunteer O'Fallon.
We're tying ourselves to other larger cities in the country, to be honest. Larger municipalities are finding ways to give community members a way to volunteer, not just in the city, but to find resources that are available, other organizations that are able to meet their needs and their passions in order to continue to have O'Fallon rank as one of the best cities in which to live.
And so what we hope Volunteer O'Fallon will do is give people that sense that we are part of something bigger than just our city, but we encompass the entire community. And Volunteer O'Fallon will help to do that.
It's never too late to sign up for upcoming events.
It's spring in O'Fallon, so that means we have a lot of environmental opportunities out in our parks, in our creeks, and along our roadsides. We also have a lot of fun holiday-themed events, and then looking forward to the summer, a lot of concerts, and even a challenge run.
There are several ways to find out how you can give back to your community.
Some of the different ways you can find volunteer opportunities is our Facebook page, which is City of O'Fallon Volunteer Services. Our Twitter account is @CityVolunteer, and we also have a Flickr account. Flickr is where you can just look at all our photos and just gives you an idea of what different opportunities we have and shows you exactly what it looks like to come out and volunteer for us.
Many of our volunteers already perform some type of volunteer service. And as our events are community-focused, volunteers do not need to be residents of O'Fallon to participate in our program.
There are such a vast opportunities out there to get involved that people first need to know where their interests lie. We can help them to find that connection. And if they don't quite know, we can help them to find that.
O'Fallon's Police Explorers program gives future officers hands-on training before they enter the police academy.
Law enforcement officers are O'Fallon's frontline defense against crime, and our police officers are second to none in crime prevention, criminal investigation, and apprehending suspects. And thanks to the Police Explorers program, we're training the next generation of law enforcement officers before those men and women ever set foot in the police academy. The O'Fallon Police Explorers program is an exciting way for teens and young adults to discover the world of law enforcement. And it teaches them valuable life skills, no matter where their future career might take them.
It's a group of individuals, 14 to 20, that get to come out to our department, sponsored by the O'Fallon Police Department, and they get to experience what it's like to kind of be a policeman.
This program actually gives them the tools to make a decision whether they would like to continue their career in law enforcement or maybe go to something else that they're more interested in.
The Explorers program is a national organization with over 33,000 Explorer members working hand in hand with law enforcement officers. The Explorer program has trained countless future officers, sheriffs, federal agents, and correction officers. And it's a proven way for young adults to learn leadership skills and confidence while getting hands-on career experience.
And now that I've got this, I went from a search to a seizure.
I get to learn what a police officer is all about, and I get to go on ride-alongs to help me see everything that they do. I get to learn about like burglary in progress, a search and arrest, and it's basically I get to learn every aspect of what they do.
Besides ride-alongs and arrests, O'Fallon Police Explorers also learn marksmanship, bomb threat response, accident reconstruction, and more. They also participate in national events, challenges, and academies. And best of all, it lays the groundwork for a successful law enforcement career and helps make them a more valuable asset anywhere they go.
We're educating future policemen. Most of these kids know what they want to do in their life, or they think they do, at 14 or 15. And by coming and participating with us, they know what it's like. And maybe that makes it not so much of a shock to go into the academy itself. They've already known what it's like to do an accident. They already know what it's like to do a reconstruction. They already know what it's like to write a report.
But being a police officer is more than just a job. It's a commitment to serving your community. And the Police Explorers program in O'Fallon volunteers over 6,000 hours of service annually to programs like the Heritage and Freedom Fest, Jammin', or our recent bike rodeo.
We're out here at the bike rodeo at the O'Fallon Christian Church. We're out here telling kids how to stay safe on bicycles and selling them some bicycle helmets.
Do you guys know any of the hand signals whenever you're riding your bike?
We do a lot with the city of O'Fallon, and helping people is mainly the reason why I'm in this program, is to help.
I love to come out here and make sure that kids can have the opportunity to get the knowledge to stay safe on the streets. It's a great opportunity for me to give back to my community and pay for them to teach me how to be a police officer.
The Explorers program has had a lasting impact on the lives of these young men and women, and it's always accepting new members. Check the program out online on O'Fallon's Police Department website and get an early start on your law enforcement career.
It's going to give me an edge to go through the academy and know a lot more than anyone else who hasn't been through the program.
If you're the ages between 14 and a half and 21 years of age and you're interested in the field of law enforcement, the O'Fallon Police Department would love to have you come out and join the Explorers and see if it's for you.
What's the most important thing to remember when you're riding a bike? You can yell it out. Good job.
The pop of the glove and the crack of the bat can only mean one thing: baseball's back. And accomplished Francis Howell senior catcher Nick Perkins is having a season to remember. Joe Meyer is here with his story.
The defending Class 5 state champs are having another stellar season. Their lineup is filled with sensational hitters like Eli Dilday and Nick Perkins. Success is a way of life for the Francis Howell Vikings baseball program. It's almost guaranteed that they will be in the hunt for a state title year after year. And Tony Perkins has created a winning culture by teaching sound fundamentals, discipline, and dedication.
Well, I can probably attribute more to my camps. I mean, those kids have been coming to me since they've been like 7, 8, 9 years. I see them come all the way through. They come to our games, they watch us play, and you know, the bottom line is we've been getting great players, and I've been awful spoiled, put it that way.
Standout catcher Nick Perkins anchors this club with his strong leadership skills and his menacing bat. Nick has been fortunate over the years to be able to grow up watching Tony coach the Vikings through deep playoff runs. In fact, you could say Nick was born to be a Viking.
Ever since I've been born, I've been growing up around the game, and since my dad's been a coach, I remember running around here as a little kid, and I'd always jump in the practices, take BP with the older guys, and they'd always mess with me, and I've just always been around it every day, practicing with all the older guys, and pretty much every day of my life I'm doing something about baseball.
Nick's twin brothers are also on the team, which can be a good thing or a bad thing for Dad.
It's a pretty good shot if you know, one does bad, you know, the other one's going to do okay, or you know, no one strikes out, and good chance I got 2 more chances somebody get a hit. You know, that's pretty cool as a dad, you know. But as a coach, you want them all to hit. But you know, it's fun to have them out there and competing, and they're doing pretty well right now. So hopefully we'll keep it up.
Over the years, Nick has racked up several awards. He is a 2-time state champ. He's also received 2 first-team All-State honors, and he's also a 2-time academic all-conference recipient. but it's his sensible leadership that sets him apart on the playing field.
I like to be heard. I like to tell them, you know, when to do something. Like I can see the whole field, so I see everything that's going on in the field. I can tell them where they need to be, and I tell everyone where to go and what they need to be doing at that time or what they missed, and make sure everyone picks up on what they're doing right and wrong.
I'm going to miss him so bad because he's like an assistant coach. You know, when there's little stuff doing around, you saw him taking the drag off the thing. He's the guy in charge of getting Big Bubba out when we hit, and he's just come such a long way right now with his baseball skills. You know, to earn a scholarship at University of Mississippi, man, that don't happen very often here in Missouri, and that's a really cool thing, and that place is just outstanding.
Nick selected the University of Mississippi for the next step in his baseball career.
You're always playing a bunch of in front of people, and all the people just love the game, and they're always there to support you, and no matter what. And it's just a great atmosphere, and the facilities are nice with great coaches.
Francis Howell faces an uphill battle in their quest to repeat as state champs. But they should be in good hands with their cast of sluggers and the Perkins clan.
We hope you enjoyed today's show. If you have a good story idea, let us know. You can email us at OFallonTV@OFallon.mo.us. Please remember to give back to your community because OFallon matters to all of us.